Well, you wouldn't know it by the green thing, but it is Friday.
Yes.
And Sabrina's here too. We've got kind of a special Friday going on. So if you were looking to see our beautiful faces, because you need a fix, today's not the day. We have a box from the lovely and talented Ryan Walters. And I need to actually shoot.
What?
Oh, no. Okay, so Ryan is a friend of ours. He's down in Florida. He was able to talk to his Seiko authorized dealer, his local watch shop, and they put him on a wait list for 2 of the new GMT watches. Well, he asked if I wanted some, and I said, well, sure, why not? So, but one thing I forgot is I promised him I would give his authorized dealer a shout out. I know the jeweler is in Satellite Beach. I don't remember that. Is it in your phone? I mean, can you see can you see what his, well, wait, I think it's in my text messages is the only problem.
Well, that's on your phone.
Okay, hang on, people. Or not. All right, so I did the work and we have the information.
Okay, so the authorized dealer is M&M Jewelry in Satellite Beach, Florida.
Good old Satellite Beach. We've been there a few times. Good old Satellite Beach. So yeah, that is again M as in the leather, as in the letter M, and as in M as in the letter M, as in dial M for murderousness.
What? Oh, right. I get it. Or how
You might remember me from such films as Dial M for Murderousness. Anyways, M&M Jewelers in Satellite Beach, Florida. You can buy a watch and while you're watching your watch, you can watch the NASA rockets go up, because that's where it is. Okay, so anyway, we got 2 of the 3. We got the orange and the blue black. So what can we tell us about that?
Well, which one are you opening first?
I don't know. No, what are the colors?
Okay, so the Japanese, they named them by their colors, and the orange is Mikan Orange. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Mikan.
That's a Mandarin orange, apparently. The blue is blueberry, and then the black that we don't have is black grape.
Yeah, we didn't get the all black because I didn't think I was gonna. These were the 2 I was interested in. So we have the SSK003 and 005. I don't know which is which, honey. I never memorized those ones. Which one do you open first?
This one.
Okay, we're gonna open that first.
Okay.
So we haven't opened these. Literally, this box has been here since like the beginning of the week. I haven't opened it specifically. I don't know because I wanted to. We haven't looked. Oh, do you want me to move this down so you can see what's going on?
I can kind of see.
No, wait. I want to make this a little, because I can always back out. All right? Here.
No, on the. That's a little too close.
It is?
I think so. I think it was fine the way it was before.
It was? There. How about that?
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, folks. Here we are. Big reveal.
Okay, let's see which one this is. What do you think?
Oh, well, we got 50-50. Also, remember, gambling is a sin. So I don't know. I hope it's the orange. I bet it's the blue.
I think it's going to be the blue.
Yep.
We were wrong.
We were both wrong. Yeah, that is a mandarin color, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That kind of darker red. Mm-hmm. Huh. That really, by the way, this really is actually very, very close to the MG Blaze Orange. Mm-hmm. Or they actually called it Blaze Red. They had red, and then this Blaze Red, but that is...
Okay, the first question is, do they line up?
No, the first question is, what is the watch doing right now?
Ticking.
Did we even shake it?
Nope. Well, I mean, I guess you did when you picked the box up.
We opened the box and it was running.
Yeah.
Cool. So, okay, you want to look for alignment issues. Okay. So first let's look at it. This is a new style box. I haven't seen this before. Made in China, box made in China. It's angled, it's almost like a display piece actually. That's kind of neat. But I wonder if, are they not? Oh yeah, they nest. See? So you can be like, you're done watching your rockets taking off and you turn around, you walk into M&M Jewelers and you say, okay, give me another watch. So, okay, that's the box. There's the box. And it comes with a piece of foam. We got us a ticket There's the 005. Okay, so we looked at that box. Here we go. I'm not wearing my eye thingies.
Do you want me to get them?
Oh, I can get them. Hey, it's pretty smooth. I don't know why I expected this to feel rattly. I've never seen a bidirectional SKX bezel. I'm going to be very curious to see, because the things they did from, well, actually, hang on a second. Okay, so I have been interested to do a direct comparison between these SKXs and this, because I want to know what they changed, because they clearly, I'm going to be curious when I take this apart. I'm going to see if any of the stuff to make it clickable is still in there, because the bezel, I mean, it looks, come on, Spencer. Huh, isn't that interesting? The rotating rings are different. Look, the knurling is different.
What the heck is a knurling?
Knurling, knurling. It's the stuff, the grippy stuff. So, like, remember the square I was just showing you out there? I cleaned up my granddad, and the little adjusty lucky wheels, they have all the grippy things on the outside, just like on a crown. Any case, so I can see that they definitely redesigned one thing. Which,
how old are the...
this is, well, this is a first gen SKX. This is from 1998, that's when the Undertaker threw mankind off the cage in Hell in a Cell.
Yes.
So I bet you we're going to find that this rotating ring does not have the notches cutouts on the underside for the clicker. I bet you that's a new design piece.
Wait, then how come... Okay, when are these ones from?
Well, this is an early... These are all... When the SKXs first came out, there was a huge number of them. There were a lot. There were like 40-something variants. These are 3 of them. This one's actually pretty rare. That's an SKX001. These were only for the Philippines. Philippines only. And this one was rarer than the other one, 399. But they all have... Looks like the same ring to me.
Yeah, that's what was going to be my question.
Yeah, this is 98. This is 99. This one is possibly 2002. I mean, it could be 1992. I don't remember. Oh, it has an A movement. Wait, 1992. I thought these came out in 90. These were released in 96, so it has to be 2002. So there you go.
I mean, it's 20 years later, so I'm not surprised they changed something.
So these two were made in a pre-9/11 world. So, okay, first thing is we see the knurling is changed. The crown looks like a pretty standard SKX crown, though they have a spun brushed finish on it, which is nice. So these have, instead of these are 200 meter dive watches. Seiko deleted the locking crown, and they added a display case back, and they dropped the resistance to 100 meters. This has a 4R movement in it, which means it's hacking. There are no threads in there, and it looks like the crown tube goes right in. Wonder if the crown is threaded, or if they redid that one too.
I couldn't see what you were looking at.
Oh, I'm sorry. I pulled the crown because I wanted to look in there and see if I could see if there were threading. Because, I mean, if I do the same thing with this watch, you can see the threading there. That's for the screw-down crown. This one doesn't have it. So far, new rotating ring, different finishing on the crown, no screw-down. Well, I mean, we knew those things. So it's just, it doesn't screw down at all. It's like a 6105 or a dress watch. Because what I'm going to want to do, I want to see at some point if these innards can be swapped into a regular SKX case to have that screw-down crown, which I think is the most important thing. How is our alignment? That's where we started, right?
Since that appears to be the modern issue.
Yeah, okay, so there. So what I'm doing, when I align stuff, I like to hit the pip and go upside down to see if all the things line up. I use the pip square and the dial to see if that mark lines up when I come across it. For real?
What?
Did I adjust this one wrong? It should be, that point should be right between the 2 and the 4. And I just moved it because this is a non-locking thingy. Actually, I think the alignment...
He's thinking.
I am thinking. I think the alignment's a little out. The 12 looks like it's a little this way. The 18 looks like it's, again, a little this way.
And it's not distorted from the crystal?
No, I don't believe so. No, because the 18, if you look at the 1 on the 18, it's almost at the center line of this marker. And then the 8 is actually pretty much flush with the top edge of that marker. So I think we still have some alignment issues. It's going to be harder to see because they replaced the hash mark with numbers, but I think it's still there. And that's a holdover from when the 7002 cases came in, because that's when the new style plastic chapter ring came in. Okay, so we got pierced lugs. That's a new thing, because the original SKX did not have pierced lugs, so that's different. The bracelet is lighter. I don't think it's near. Oh yeah, I don't think it's. Is it as bulky, or am I talking out of my tuchus again? No. Okay, so the top is the SKX. Oh, I don't know. I think this one's a little bulkier. I'd have to weigh the bracelets to know for sure. Let's get that out of there. Okay, so it's the stand. Oh, you see, they did go up. They did go up. For real?
What?
Are the center links solid now? Oh, I think they are. Yeah, they are. So here's the old school Jubilee. These are the way that Rolex invented them when they first came out, which solid links on the outside and then these open hollow links in the middle. See, they've got these joints here. It's like a strap of metal, and they mold it around. Seiko, they treated this like the Z199 off of a like a 7548. Oh, no, this is a later one. I'm sorry, this is a later one. The earlier ones were all solid stainless steel, and it looks like they replicated this.
Can I?
You can do whatever you want.
I want to just see it.
You can go get a hammer and smash it if you want. I'm joking. I'd never let her do that.
I think I know better.
Wait, I can't let her do anything. If she wanted to do it, I'd have to stop her or talk her out of it. But I'm not going to tell my wife, who's holding a hammer, that she can't do something. Okay. So it's a 4000 series 4R, which means it's hacking, and it's hand winding. That feels okay. Can opinion's a little. If this were a used watch, I'd say, man, that can opinion is a little loose. What I'm doing now is I want to get it up to mid. Oh, right, because that 24-hour hand is independently settable. Okay, let's see how we do on midnight. Yeah. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so we're going to go like this. We're going to get it out of the early morning. Let's move it to 10:08. Now, we should be like...
Wait, why 10:08?
Because that's the standard display configuration for Seikos. It just makes it so you can see all the dial elements. What is today?
The 15th.
Oops, I missed. I did it again. You know, that's another symptom of my rushing, because I don't want to go slowly before. Okay, so now, if I go the other way, you have your independent 24-hour hand. So you can set it for a second time zone, no problem, and then you do your calculations like so. So 10 a.m. And it's slaved to the main hand, I think. Yes, it is. So as it goes incrementally. Wow, that's cool.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so the way that they made this, they added this 24-hour hand because none of these watches have it. It's just not an SKX thing. What they did is they took the day wheel section, which is literally a wheel that's around here, and they changed it. I'm assuming this because this is the only way I can imagine they did it. And so instead of carrying the day wheel underneath the dial, it carries this hand above the dial. But normally, days only change at midnight. Mm-hmm. And so I assumed that this was going to be like the date, and it was just going to, every time it hit, it moved somehow, it was just going to jump to the next one. I wasn't sure. But instead, we see that it moves smoothly. It is locked into the hands, which means it's actually more precise.
Oh.
It's better. It's better.
My goodness, something that isn't terrible?
No, it's not. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to be very curious to see. There's that. So now we can set it. I don't know if this is midnight, but I don't think it is. I think I just set it to... I don't know if this is... No, I think that's noon.
Yeah.
So it should be there. Okay. So let's try this again. And you can see, because the hour hand, which is 12, goes faster than this hand, which is 24. 2 cycles per day, 1 cycle per day. So let's get this up and see that alignment at 12. Hey, that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Now, how's that look? That actually looks pretty good for the 24, doesn't it?
Yep.
It goes right through the middle. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that won't bug me, because that's one of the things I look for. Okay, let's again go to the 10 o'clock time. Okay, so there it is. What do you think about it aesthetically?
I like it.
Oh, they did one thing. I noticed that's an improvement. I'm sorry, go on.
No, you can.
No, I want you to talk about it.
No, they want to hear you.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They don't give a damn. One thing, it's a huge improvement they made over the 6309 reissues. The loom is flat. It is not glossy. So it looks less cheap. Hang on a second. I'll go get mine. Assuming that I have it, wherever it might be. Got it. So this is the SRP 775. If you look at the loom, it's kind of glossy. Mm-hmm. See, it's got that shine on it. I think it just looks cheap.
Yeah, I don't really like that.
I don't like it either. And a lot of people complained about it. So it's got nice matte loom. It's raised frames on the markers, which is nice. But they're black, which is good. It makes them not look sort of cheap.
How big is it?
How big is the watch?
Yeah.
It should be 42.
Okay, so then what I like about it is that it is that size, but it doesn't look like gigantic because the case isn't like imposing and huge.
Yeah, I get you. I thought I saw something. I did see something unusual.
Huh?
Look, honey, it looks all black, right? Look at the ring. Look in the camera. See, it looks all nice. The ring looks black. Mm-hmm. Can you see the reflection? Look at the lower part. Look at the lower half. In reflection, the lower half is white.
What?
It's reflecting. No, you're supposed to look in the camera.
I'm sorry.
Camera. See? Black, and then it flashes to silver. See, now Rolex, they just printed 2 different colors. It looks like Seiko used that is polarizing. You can only see it from a particular direction. I wonder if that's pretty amazing, because when it's one way, it looks all black, and then you look at it at an angle. So does it only show up when it's upside down? No, I'm not seeing it. See, that's pretty tricky. That is not something I was anticipating. So it's an acrylic insert, but that latter half of the day of the 24 hours has a polarizing silver filter on it. Or something like that.
Oh yeah, I can see. Here, do it again. Slowly go this way. No, this way. Okay, so I can see in between the 1 and the 8 and the 6, there's like a line on that.
Yeah, I can see it right there.
Right.
There it is. That is, I have to say, I was not anticipating that. I've never seen that from Seiko or any other watch. That is a really interesting thing. I don't know how it would work because it's kind of hard to see. You'd be sitting there having to crank your wrist around. That's pretty cool. Old school applied Seiko logo. You notice though it's not a diver kind, because if it was diver style, Seiko makes those so they're matte, look like they're brushed, and it makes it easier to see in the water. They decided not to do that. Oh, I didn't check my serial number. See how cool our watch serial number is. 504034. That's pretty good. What do you think of the color of the dial?
It's
not for you.
Well, no, it's standard or Seiko Orange. I don't know.
Real? Oh, it's.
I've seen a bajillion of them, so it's not like ooh to me. But I'm not a dude, so whatever.
They use. You'll notice though. Look, it's got the radiating metallic iridescence, radiating from the middle. It's real subtle, but it's there. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed with that. How's our movement look? So we got our papers. There's that. You know, if we went to M&M Jewelers in Satellite Beach, I'd have the hardest time not calling it Mom's Spaghetti.
You're silly.
I just won't go in there wearing a sweater. Okay, and it's got a clear plastic protector, so not blue anymore, clear. There's it, and I'll save that. And it's just literally just a thin piece of semi-sticky plastic. That would come right off. Now there's going to be another segment after we look at both these watches where I'm going to put them on the time grapher and we're going to see what the numbers are. But I think we've looked enough at this one right now.
I want to see the blue.
Yeah, let's do the blue. I have to say I like the fact the change that they made on this rotating ring, because it actually brings it more close to the sort of the side profile of how the 6105s were done. Because you see, it's undercut on this ring, and then you have this angle upwards with those cuts. And that's what they have here. Instead of being this like a smooth sort of angle out that goes, like all the way down to the bottom, they really pronounced the undercut and made it pretty nice. I like that the top of the crown is brushed. I think that looks pretty neat. Okay. So I think that's the end of...
What? We want to see the blue.
No, I know we want to see the blue. Do we want to stop this and make just a blue segment?
Sure. I don't.
Okay, so here we go. Number 2. I don't think we're going to find anything different in terms of the packaging of the... What the hell's that? Is that my guarantee paperwork?
You have to now go to a website to download an instruction manual and register your new Seiko watch.
What in the world is registration going to do? There's... Okay, so this one, did the other one not have a card?
I didn't see one.
Huh.
Where's the black box?
Here's the black box.
Did it fall out?
Oh, and it doesn't even have a manual.
No, it says you download it.
Oh, they're cheap bastards.
Yeah.
They're not even providing a printed manual anymore. You hear me bitch about Seiko trying to shave their pennies. They're not even including a paper manual anymore. 504595. How come I don't have guarantee paperwork for the orange one? That's really weird. I don't think it fell out. Maybe it dropped out and Ryan has them somewhere or whatever. Any case, so I need to look for the guarantee paperwork for that one. Let's see what we got going on here. Same box, same interior. So it's gonna be the same.
Oh, I can see on the. Do you see it? Your.
Yeah. I do see it, and it's look at that. It's the blue black. Now Seiko loved blue black. This is one of the big things they did for the 6139s, the blue Pogues, is that blue and the black together. It's one of the reasons I actually really like it. That is pretty neat, though. Look at that. Black and blue. People are calling this the Batman because it has this black and blue color scheme. Rolex started it.
Okay. I can roll with it.
Uh-huh. So there's that. So let's go. Wait, why am I unscrewing a crown that doesn't unscrew? Okay, she hacks. Let's get this a little bigger. Okay, let's see. Kitty. Kitty. We don't have any kitties here.
No, she's busy.
She's sleeping.
And I kicked Finny out because he wanted to eat.
Okay, so that must be noon. Or wait, or did it click over?
I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about cats. Sorry.
Yep. Okay. Interesting, too. Something I do like a lot that I just noticed. The loom isn't green. It's actually, on this blue, it's actually an ever so light tan. Okay. I had to just catch the date wheel up with everything else. Okay, so the first one, it clicked over about 3 minutes after. This one is clicking over 8 minutes before.
What? Why?
Because it's however the hands are set.
So were they set incorrectly?
No, I wonder if there's just some slop built into their assembly process. I don't know if the hands are put on by people or machines, but apparently there's some wiggle room. So let's go forward to the 10 mark. There she blows. And let's see if I can remember the date again.
It's the 15th.
Is it? Let's see if I can hit it the first time. 15, okay. Now let's play. Whoops, I didn't actually want to do that. Boom. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen Seiko have this exact set of functions on the 24 GMT since actually my 5619 GMT, also called the Duo time. I sold mine to Ryan Walters, and but it acts the same. What do you think of what do you think of the dial printing in the script? Hey, wait a minute, look at that. What? That one has a frosted logo. The other one is shiny, the orange is shiny, but this one's frosted? Yeah, you got the orange one is high polish with a black S, and this one is frosted, which I prefer, and a silver printed S. Red GMT, that was cribbed from Rolex. Initial quality. Looks the same as the other. I mean, it's hard to tell. They're both brand new. What do you think? Do you have a preference?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and I've been sitting here like thinking and thinking. This one, to me, appears, I know it's not, but it appears bigger than this one. Maybe it's the...
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I have a theory.
Why
don't you talk about your theory?
I don't have a theory.
You don't?
I just thought that because of the colors would give the illusion of being bigger or something.
Actually, I think you're right.
Oh.
The deal is because you look at this and the functional area of the watch, here you're going to just be seeing the orange, and you're not going to be seeing the black. So the watch looks smaller, makes it wear smaller. This, the whole thing is that blue-black, so it looks like the crystal and everything are going right to the edge, and it makes the watch wear bigger. So they actually look quite... They give a very different presentation.
Right, they seem like, I wouldn't say different watches. Maybe, I don't, because somebody who, isn't a super huge crazy watch guy, they look like kind of different watches of sorts. But now I feel dumb that I...
No. You're, it's not dumb at all. This is, it's a big thing in how different watches wear. I associate this look with the smaller, like, dial and functional area with the larger outside. I associate actually with Seiko. That's a Seiko thing. And so, to me, darn it. Oh, bracelet is huge. It looks like you're going to get a bunch of extra links. What you do is you get as many extra links as you can, and you make yourself a straight bracelet. Instead of a taper, you make a straight. So anyway, see how the case is... Seiko likes doing this. They like having that with the insert. It makes the dial look the same size, and the case is a little bigger. That's kind of how Seiko always did stuff. I associate that as a Seiko thing, but if you change the colors, you're not really gonna see that as much. And it looks quite different, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or am I wrong?
No, I'm the one that said it.
Because like these two watches, they look very, very different. Not just the hands and the color and the insert, but just sort of the layout. Even though these two watches are identical, the color changes that. That's very interesting. This one seems more sort of toolish and Seiko-y to me. This colorway feels a little more fancy.
I like the crystal in it, that it's not flat.
It isn't?
No, it's flat on top, but it has a...
Oh, right. Oh, are you talking about the magnifier?
No, over here.
Oh, that you can actually see the edge. Yes.
I couldn't think of the word.
No,
I know
you can see the bevel.
I know I've been selling crystals forever, and
we haven't been sleeping well, and our brains don't work.
Anyway, I like that.
Do we see any production issues? Like, see these transition areas here between brushed and polished? Sometimes Seiko's sloppy with that stuff.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, we compare them.
Oh.
And like the brushing here, look at that. That's a pretty tight transition right there. That's pretty clean. And even too, you can see that this edge there is not polished. And we take this. No, it's okay. No, you're good. There's a... Yeah, they got rid of a few of the more complicated case lines, I think. No, I'm lying to myself. That's an SKX. Let's look at my 007. Yeah, you see here on this is an early 007. See how it's got this sort of almost a more defined line there and like a secondary bevel? That's it. It's already blurring there, and here it's just gone. It doesn't exist. It was kind of there, but it's gone. I don't know. All in all, what do you think about these compared to, the glorious original, the OG? That's your question, honey.
I've always preferred these. I've always liked those.
Yeah, those 007s.
Yeah, I've liked those from, that was one of the very first Seikos he had, if not the first.
No, it wasn't the first, but it was the first, nice, not junk Seiko.
Right, and I don't know, I've always liked it.
When I pulled this one out of the box the first time, I'd never seen one in person. It was like being grabbed. I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And I still think they're just beautiful. I just think they're awesome.
Out of the newer ones? Because like I said, which apparently I'm sort of not wrong about, that they look like two different watches, so I don't feel like I can really pick one. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, they actually seem quite different to me. just in terms of how the colors are put together.
Right.
And how they look. I was not expecting to like this orange as much as I did. Sometimes their gold on their inserts has this greenish tone, and that doesn't really have it. Maybe a little, but I like the darker orange. But I like the layout of this one just in terms of the illusion of the proportions.
Right, that's what I like about it too, but I think I like the color, if you can believe it, more with the red and the blue than the I just don't really like gold very much.
Yeah, I'm the one. I have a problem where, God, I remember when, I think it was Lexus's. Was it Lexus? When they, or no. It was the Infinities. When they first came out, they had the cars. They had these odd mixes of silver and gold, and then the car color badging. I'd never seen it before, but actually, even though it's kind of, fancy, and I'm not a fancy person, I was kind of taken with it. So I've actually kind of always now had a soft spot for steel and silver and gold all together. Well, I have to say, of the two new ones, right now, having not worn either one, I would say this one is my preference, simply because the dial and everything, all those elements look like they're tighter. But, I'm going to wear them and we'll see. We are going to do another segment where I look at the numbers on these things, and whichever one of these two brand new watches has the worst numbers, I'm going to rip that watch to pieces right then and there.
Wow.
And I will service it, and we'll see it. Also, it'll be the first time, because I want to see what they did with that movement. I want to see how they achieved the 24-hour hand. But I'm going to make that a separate video, because I think that that's something that people really want to see. So that's it for now. There's our unboxing. We're not planning on doing a regular Friday video. So, but if you had a question, you were hoping to have it answered this week, I may answer it in writing on the website. We may also add it into questions for next week. So don't think that you've been passed over. We read every single question, but I want to look at these things. I want to think about the next step. But so far, actually, I think Seiko did better than I expected them to do.
I had a feeling looking at the pictures online versus other ones that newer watches that people complain about, that these ones wouldn't upset you.
Well, you know what? They're just watches. Who wants to be upset about anything? So again, the orange is the SSK005, and the blue is the SSK003.
Well, I think that for the price point, they're very good.
Yeah, and the MSRP is $475. That's reasonable. That's really, really reasonable. That's exactly the same range that the SKXs were in. And I remember, every time you'd go on a forum, watch forum, and some guy would be like, I want an affordable diver. Where should I start? Even Rolex people would be like, you cannot beat an SKX. And I'm saying right now, for the prices these are, I'm going to be curious about the numbers, but the fit and finish and the quality, I would say this is another one of those great entry-level divers, and it's not cheap. It's not some piece of garbage. It's all in-house, and Seiko's casework has always been exemplary. The only question mark is QC and how what kind of numbers are finished, but I really am impressed. Much more so than I expected to be, and I love the fact that it's got a polarizing filter on the inserts. I just think that's one of the neatest things I have seen. That's just a brilliant idea. That's really innovative. I've never seen anything like that before. That's super cool. Because I never did like the Rolex having the two-tone. It always made it look kind of garish to me. I don't know if this is useful, but it certainly looks neat. Okay, well, I think I have to say, all told, for a new Seiko, especially one that I was expecting to not like, I wasn't planning on buying either one of these until we talked, and Ryan suggested that he could get stuff from our AD, but I'm impressed. I would say at least one of these is gonna spend some time on my wrist. I don't think it'll be the Batman, but who knows? That's it. Did you have any other observations?
Nope.
You think you're gonna wear one? Nah, you wear your own watch.
Well, also they're too big for me. Even the orange one looking smaller, it's just
yeah, they're pretty big.
Yeah.
if I had any changes to make, I was thinking while we were looking at this, I guess that's one way to look at it, changes. If I had any changes to make, I would put the screw down crown back in. It's not really necessary to have unidirectional, but if it was unidirectional, it would still be just as functional and it would have an additional function. Right now it doesn't have that additional function, which is being, ISO certified and being able to only be one direction, because then that would give us another function on the watch. If it had a screw down crown, I think that's the number one thing. I would give it a screw down crown, and I also wish they had done the whole surface of the Jubilee brushed, not fancy high polished in the middle. I think that would have made it look maybe more businesslike. But that's good. Okay, I think that's pretty much about it. Thank you folks for watching. I think the only other thing is I've just got to get my other warranty card, and that ought to be it. But look for the next video. I'm going to choose one and we're going to rip it to pieces. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, this is an addendum. I turned off the camera and then Sabrina and I started talking. She started telling me everything and I'm like, we should have had this stuff in the video. So what did you say?
I was saying that I can't remember.
You thought it was in your mind that you thought to yourself already that these looked like different sizes,
right?
But you didn't say anything.
Well, no. Well, I sort of said something. I don't know. I just didn't want people thinking I was dumb or something.
Nobody thinks you're dumb.
Well, thank you. I like how this one appears smaller. I said that already. I don't like gold on it. That's my biggest problem with this one. It looks bigger. And what I don't like personally is I don't like how the two colors, that's something, it should all be black in my opinion, and then they should have done the same thing they did with the shiny thing.
Yeah.
Instead of having two colors. I know you said that that's their thing, but I'm not feeling that at all. So that's why that's the thing I don't like about this one personally. And did I say anything else?
I don't know. All we need to do is say things as we think of them.
I know. I'm hungry. I was thinking about food more than anything.
I think that has some pretty nice wrist presence. I've always been on the fence about GMT double bezels, but that's probably because, I don't know, I don't do so much traveling. That looks pretty good on the wrist, actually.
Okay, let's do the other one.
And you're a lady. You could put it on. I know you said you're not going to wear it, but maybe there's people out there who might, Okay, so there we go. That's not bad looking on the wrist at all, actually. Look at that. That looks pretty freaking burly. The nice thing is that it's got this SKX case, which is 100% a Seiko thing. Nothing else looks like it. Nobody's going to say, hey, why are you wearing a fake Batman? Because this is clearly not a Rolex. Anybody who would say that is just ignorant. I'm legitimately surprised that I like this on the wrist.
It does look, I think it looks better on the wrist than the orange one.
Does it?
In my opinion.
Oh, and that's a perfectly fine opinion. I don't know. Yeah, if you're not an orange and gold person, I just think you won't dig it. I'm looking at the camera right now. The color in the camera is lighter and more orangey. It's actually a deeper, more tangerine red, almost like that. They're both pretty though. How do they put that, not put it on, but at least hang it on your wrist? I want to see what it looks like on a tiny wrist.
Bah. It's gigasmic.
Yeah. You could get away with it though. I mean, these days. I mean, from a comfort standpoint, it's much larger than your 6105 6000.
Right, I know. I could wear whatever I want.
I know you can wear it, but it doesn't look right. It's too big on you.
Yeah.
Got you. I understand. It's preference.
Yes.
Not possibility. It's preference.
Correct.
Got it. I got it. Okay, folks. I am surprised. The only thing, I'm trying to think of anything else I would have changed. I always wish that they went with a flatter metal hand surround, but, whatever. I'll try it. I'll set the bracelets to the right size, and I'll wear them a little bit. How about that? I'll wear them and then I'll tear them apart.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Do you think? Or
Yeah.
should I?
No, you should wear them first for the same amount of time, or you can wear two at once.
Well, no, if I was really thinking, do you know what I would do? I would get numbers before wearing them, wear each one for an amount of time, check the numbers again, and then rip that one apart.
Yeah, why don't you...
I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay, does that sound
So then
good?
the teardown video is going to not be immediate for that exact reason.
Right, so it's going to be... I will... I'll do the teardown video this coming weekend, like Sunday. Like, I'll wear one of these today, and I'll wear one of them tomorrow after checking the initial numbers, recording those. And then on Sunday, if that all works out, I'll rip this one apart. I think so, unless I really get a bug, and I do it today, but we'll see. Okay, folks, we're gonna stop. All right, she's gonna die if she doesn't eat.
Yep.
All right, bye.
Bye.